Imagine a life where every second is a treasure. The clock ticks not as a countdown but as a potent reminder of the extraordinary seconds we possess for crafting a legacy. Seneca observed a reality where people lament life's brevity, yet squander oceans of time on fruitless endeavors. He made a sharp observation that still resonates in 2023. Life isn't short. Our distractions make it appear so. Our focus must shift to the meaningful, to embracing purpose with the steadfast zeal of a captain steering through the storm. Delve into the deep end of your existence and audit the time spent in idleness, aligning your priorities towards trailblazing rather than treading water in trivial matters. You may find yourself immersed in mindless strolls through social media, savvy to every minutiae of acquaintances' lives, or surrendering precious hours to disagreements that, under the microscope of reflection, shrink to insignificance. Consider a radical shift in perspective. Hoard your hours with the intensity of a miser. Make conscious decisions about whom you allocate your time, for it is the currency of life. Whether it is a conversation rooted in complaints or an unfulfilling obligation, each moment must pass through the filter of your greater purpose. Prioritize relationships and activities that enrich rather than deplete, those that will be the cornerstones of the empire you aim to construct. Ask yourself, would you distribute your wealth as carelessly as you do your time? We guard our finances with vigor, skeptical of the hands we entrust with our riches. Yet, time, our non-renewable asset, is often squandered without a second thought. Recognize the irreplicable nature of time and recalibrate your approach, guarding it against those who treat it as disposable. Let's bring this inclusively into the present. You might be thinking, with decades ahead, the horizon is limitless. But when years slide past in servitude to others, in a blur of passive entertainment, in petty domestic squabbles, suddenly the abundance of time vaporizes into a rapid stream slipping through our fingers. Inspired by ancient wisdom, it's time to redraw the map of your life with intentionality. You have the unwritten permission to erect boundaries, to decide which pursuits garner your undivided focus, and who merits the gift of your time. As you shape your days with this newfound filter, even 40 years metamorphose from daunting to ample, laying the groundwork for a life abound with achievements. Envisage what could be crafted in the span of several decades, were they to be invested with precision and passion. Let us not be swayed by reflections of the past that caution against ambition, or by voices that echo the sentiment of time's fleeting nature. Instead, be steadfast in the belief that time is abundant when every grain is made to count, when every interaction is purposeful, every task a stepping stone to grandeur. I speak to you as a fellow navigator of time's rapids, urging you to look ahead with optimism, to visualize the sculptures you can chisel from the marble of the hours ahead. Embrace the divine masculine within, seize the wisdom that surges through your veins, and blaze forward in bulldog tenacity. Stand, a figure of the strongest male hero ever, a beacon of career wisdom who holds the compass to his destiny firmly in hand. As we journey through this exploration together, ponder the idea that subscribing to this channel is akin to investing in a living chronicle of insights. By choosing to accompany me, not only do you enrich your own life, but you contribute to a collective awakening. Instilling actions from the wisdom shared, you pivot from bystander to architect of invincible tomorrows. As we draw close to the end of our dialogue, should you find that these thoughts resonated, that they served as fertile ground for personal evolvement, consider a gesture of reciprocity at tip in proportion to the enrichment provided. A pathway to this exchange sits discreetly within the description. Contemplate the challenges you will rise to meet, the knowledge you will apply, and articulate the first of many steps you commit to taking from this moment forth. It's not enough to absorb. Action is the truest expression of learning. What, then, gentlemen, are the first seeds you will plant in the fertile ground of your future? Welcome, my friends, to a riveting narrative about the extraordinary life of a man whose imagination sculpted a universe where the improbable becomes reality, and every turn of a page unlocks a realm of boundless creativity. Are you ready to traverse the life and times of Roald Dahl, a master storyteller whose adventures rival those of his beloved characters? Roald Dahl's story begins in 1916, a child named after the intrepid polar explorer Roald Amundsen, whose triumphs would set the stage for Dahl's own epic journey. Like Willy Wonka, Dahl crafted marvels, not of candy, but with the majesty of words, enchanting children across the globe. His fantastical prose sprang from a lineage of storytelling. His mother, a weaver of tales, infused his youth with narrative magic. The year 1920 brought both joy and sorrow to Dahl's life, as he basked in the bucolic bliss of his family's farm. Loss cast its shadow when they were forced to sell. This childhood conflict mirrored the pages of James and the Giant Peach, where a young boy's idyllic existence is shattered. Throughout his formative years, Dahl navigated through the tumultuous waters of boarding school, combating the starkness of cruelty with the armor of humor. Standing tall at over 6 feet, he carried his love for adventure from the playing fields to the wild frontiers of Newfoundland, where, aboard the RMS Nova Scotia, his spirit was forged by nature's relentless crucible. The call of global adventures drew Roald to the oil fields of Africa under the auspices of Royal Dutch Shell. Amidst the grandeur of the African plains, he honed his photographic eye and dipped his quill into the inkwell of comic writing. When war's clarion call sounded, the oilman transformed into an RAF pilot. His desires taking flight in the vast, enigmatic Skiesa theme echoed in Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, capturing the ethereal wonder of ascension. Mishap marred his maiden combat flight, leaving him with a crushed skull in the Libyan sands. But as a phoenix rises from ashes, Dahl's ensuing recovery propelled him back into the clouds. Though aerial skirmishes in Greece would clip his wings, forcing his return to England, his brief tenure as a pilot would fuel his literary escapades. Washington, D.C. became an unexpected backdrop for Dahl's burgeoning storytelling prowess. A chance dinner ignited his career, as his wartime experiences, embellished with a touch of the fantastical, earned a spot in the Saturday Evening Post. Disney's eye turned to Dahl's stories, and The Gremlins was born. The silver screen eluded them. Eleanor Roosevelt's admiration would seal his literary fate. Returning home to British soil post-war, Dahl sought the serenity of the countryside. His pen explored genres from espionage to horror, but true acclaim waited in the vibrant landscape of children's literature. James and the Giant Peach marked his commitment to young readers, a dedication that would cost him dearly. Personal tragedy, his son's accident, his daughter's untimely passing, and his wife's strokes would test his resolve. Yet, through invention, a new medical valve, and unwavering support, he emerged triumphant, channeling his sorrow into stories that enthralled a generation. From Fantastic Mr. Fox onwards, Dahl's books bedazzled the world. His personal life undulated like the plot twists of his novels, marked by scandal and second chances. Despite adversity, the enchantment of his writing endured. Renowned for his towering height and equally formidable opinions, Dahl often danced on the knife's edge of decorum. Yet, it was this audacious spirit, combined with a touch of the BFG's linguistic whimsy, that endeared him to young readers. While keeping the world on its toes, Roald Dahl secured his legacy as a creator of wonder, a weaver of dreams, and an incomparable sage of the written word. Dahl's compelling narrative closes with a call to action: transform inspiration into motion. What lessons will you carry from Roald's journey into your own life? As we wrap this unique voyage, I invite you, if you found value in uncovering the contours of this author's profound life, to consider a token of appreciation. Your support continues to fuel the narratives that shape our aspirations. For those of you who yearn to explore more enigmatic stories and surpass the boundaries of the mundane, remember to subscribe. Join us and empower yourself with knowledge that can turn the pages of your own story towards success and significance. Thank you for joining this exploration of extraordinary lives. Together, let's soar to new heights, driven by the audacity to dream and the power to pen our own adventures.